Hello, thanks for joining. So in this video, we're gonna go over what is a TLS certificate, why do we need them, what's the advantage of having a TLS certificate, and how to configure them, okay?
Let us prepare you to own, protect, and master your network. NetPrepare.
So why do we need encryption? So encryption is used to secure data by scrambling this data. All right, and only authorized user could unscramble that data. And the encryption methods are symmetrical encryption and the asymmetrical encryption, which use a public and a private key. And the hybrid starts as asymmetrical and continue as symmetrical. All right, so here we're gonna go over this animation, which explain how symmetrical encryption works. So you could see we're encrypting the data with a key, and the same key is at the receiving end of it. They use the same key to decrypt the data. The only inconvenience of symmetrical encryption is that how to transfer the key to the other side. With symmetrical key, you have a public and a private key. So in case you encrypt the data with the private key, the public key can decrypt the data. And if you encrypt the data with the public key, the private key can decrypt the data. You cannot use the same key to encrypt and decrypt. And usually what happens when you want to send data to somebody, you'll ask for their public key and they'll send you their public key. You encrypt the data with their public key and send the data to them. They'll use their private key to decrypt the data. So as the name says, the private key should be private and secure. Now we're gonna go over the advantages and explain how certificates actually secure your web server or web access. So first thing, this animation shows you like if you use only HTTP to access the server, all the information that you're sending are in clear text. So if a hacker was able to perform a man-in-the-middle attack and able to sniff all the traffic between you and the server, he'll be able to see all the information, even your credentials, everything. So that's definitely a big no-no. So now we're gonna explain how certificates secure your connection to a web server. So when you try to access a server, let's say in this case NetPrepare, and let's say also a hacker was able to perform a man-in-the-middle attack and he's sniffing all the traffic between you and the website NetPrepare. So you try to access NetPrepare, NetPrepare will send you its certificate. The certificate of NetPrepare has a ton of information, but the two things that we're gonna concentrate on are the public key and the CA server, and we're gonna go more in depth in the next animation about the CA server. Now we're gonna concentrate only on the public key. So when you get the certificate, your browser will automatically check if this is a signed certificate by a trusted root CA. And if this is the case, it's gonna take from this certificate the public key. The public key is the public key of the server itself. At the same time, it will generate a random symmetrical key, and it will use the public key to encrypt this symmetrical key, and it will send it to the server. In this case, the hacker has also the encrypted symmetrical key and the public key. If he tries to decrypt it with the public key, he will not be able to, because he needs the private key, which in this case now the server has the symmetrical key that you have randomly generated. And now when you send data over the server using your symmetrical key, it's secure. So you have established a secure connection with the randomly generated symmetrical key. So the hacker is smart and noticed that the traffic is encrypted. So he's not gonna be able to sniff the traffic by just performing a man-in-the-middle attack. So what he does, he creates a fake NetPrepare website, alright, locally on his machine. And he hacks the network to redirect you in place of going to the legit NetPrepare server to go locally to his machine. And he's gonna send you a certificate, and you're gonna take the certificate, the public key, encrypt your generated symmetrical key, send it to him, he'll decrypt it with a private key, and you'll perform a secure connection between you and the hacker. And this is exactly what you don't want to do, alright? And this is the importance of certificate authority and trusted root certificates. Alright, so first, what are certificate authorities? Certificate authorities are entities or companies that are trusted by all the major browsers. So whenever you have a website or hosting an application online, what you do is you generate a certificate signing request and send it to those entities. You have like GoDaddy, Digital Cert, I think Amazon, there's a couple. And what they do is they will check that you are legit and they will sign it for you. And when a certificate is signed by those entities, your browser will automatically trust it. If you have an enterprise and you have your CA server, you could add your CA server to the trusted certificate buckets. Alright, so now let's go back to the concept that the hacker has sent you a certificate. So your browser, what your browser will do, directly before generating the symmetrical key and encrypting it with the public key, your browser will check if this certificate is signed by one of its trusted root certificates. And in this case, it's not, so it's gonna generate an alert for you. And it will tell you, do you wanna continue or this is not a trusted certificate. We're gonna go over like just the normal process, how it goes. So you request to get access to NetPrepare. NetPrepare will send you its certificate, and then what you do, your browser will check that this certificate is signed by one of its trusted root CAs, and in this case it generates, yes, it's signed, get the public key, generate a symmetrical key, encrypt the symmetrical key, send it to the server will decrypt the symmetrical key with its private key, and then you could start the secure connection with the generated symmetrical key. Hey guys, if you like this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the notification button. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I think I'm gonna stop here. This video took too long. I'll do another video about Open SSL, and we'll do also another video for EP TLS. Alright, thank you.